I warned you not to waste your money gemming the Night Witch. I hope you listened. What's up, fellow fans of Clash Royale? It's true, you knew it was coming. I mean, come on. You guys are better at predicting these updates, these nerfs, than I am. And you guys knew there was a nerf coming to the Night Witch, and sure enough, right at the top of the list of the balance changes is a big old triple nerf to our friend the Night Witch, or our foe, however you want to look at it. But she sure was a lot of fun while it lasted, let me tell you. And she's not going to be useless, but she is going to spawn 3 bats instead of 4 upon her death. That was pretty predictable. Also, the bat spawn frequency now is 6 seconds instead of 5, and the initial bats will spawn more slowly. So a triple strike from the nerf bat to the Night Witch, making her much less powerful, but she's still a super cool legendary card, just maybe more in line. So we kind of expected this to happen, and sure enough, here it is. True Supercell fashion of bringing out a new card and then nerfing it almost immediately. Okay, so here's another really interesting one. Tornado, Poison, and Heal spells will now stack in multiples, and this is a big deal for 2v2 clan battles where a lot of players were having both teammates bring Poison or both bring Heal or Tornado. Now they will stack on top of each other, and of course if you were to bring Poison and mirror it, it would do double the damage as well. I think that makes a lot of sense and could make 2v2 battles that much more exciting. Now here's another nerf I hate to see happen, the Tornado, but you kind of had a feeling it was coming as well. So the duration of the Tornado down to 2.5 seconds from 3. Super strong. This is a card getting more and more use all over the place, so this was also probably inevitable. 2.5 seconds instead of 3. And another one of my favorite cards, the Log, getting the range reduced again. The Log rolling half a tile shorter than it was previously. And here's another one I'm a little bit bummed out about. One of my favorite cards right now, the Goblin Gang, you guys. Losing a Spear Goblin. So the gang of 6 is now the gang of 5, the Fearsome 5. 3 Stabby Shank Goblins and just 2 Spear Goblins spawn in that group. And hey, here's a shocker. Speaking of changing things back and forth and losing units, Skeletons back down to 3 from 4. Obviously, just having to change things back and forth here. Ledoux, Larry, whatever you want to call him, I don't know what's happening with him. Who knows what's going to happen to the Skeleton Army next. Now, the Bandit is getting some love. This is an interesting buff right here. She is going to get an additional 4% in hit points, but now also her dash is going to initiate more quickly. That's going to make her that much more dangerous and probably maybe a little bit more popular. Could be. Also on the legendary front, the Inferno Dragon getting a buff, an additional 7% hit points, and it's going to retarget a 1/5 of a second more quickly than it did before. That might help out the Inferno Dragon, a little bit neglected. And then check out this laundry list of changes to the Witch. We will run over them really quickly. Hit points 5%, area damage radius plus 10%. That means that splash damage she does is going to be a larger radius by 10%. Spawn speed of the skeletons changed to 7 seconds from 7.5. That's that deploy speed. And one more time, like the Night Witch, the initial spawn of skeletons is going to happen more slowly. Also, the clone spell getting a slight buff. The cloning effect will occur more quickly now. Maybe that'll make it a little more useful. I don't know. I'm not a fan of the clone spell personally. And then the battle ram getting a minor change that could help out a little bit. Damage that destroys the ram will not affect the barbarians carrying it. So just a minor buff to the battle ram. And then, last but not least, the first ever pre-release nerf, I believe, bats. Before they even show up, their count is being reduced to 4 from 5 bats. Obviously, the Clash Royale team learning from the Night Witch and maybe realizing bats stronger than they once thought, even though obviously one-shottable by pretty much anything in the game. They are still just a major damage dealer, and we've seen that on that death spawn of the Night Witch. So before they even showed up, they got nerfed. I kind of like this idea rather than showing up and being overly strong. So that is going to wrap up the balance changes. But there was also that big announcement, and if you guys missed it, this is really big. I'm super excited about this. This is going to be a lot of fun. We are seeing 2 new game modes coming to Clash Royale. You're going to have 2v2 draft. So a lot of people's 2 favorite things in Clash Royale. You've got draft mode and you've got 2v2. Put them together and what do you get? Well, 2v2 draft mode. Okay, that's kind of obvious. But then again, also friendly 2v2s. That is going to be crazy, you guys. Inside your clan, setting up a battle with 3 of your clanmates and going 2v2 in friendly battles. Very excited about the potential for, I don't know, I mean, just from a content creator standpoint, lots of craziness is going to happen. I personally am hoping you guys are going to send me some crazy world record attempts with you and 3 of your fellow clan members. So let me know what you guys think about these balance changes and the new game modes coming to Clash Royale. I'm curious to see which of those balance changes you guys disagree with the most, because I know there's controversy out there. I know that people are not going to be happy about some of these balance changes. They nerfed some of my favorite cards in the game. I'm not real happy about it either, but I understand why it's happening. I'm also curious about what you guys think about future updates. Personally, I am still very disappointed that tournaments have not returned to the game. Now, obviously, they're still there, but come on. They're just lackluster. There's not a lot of excitement around tournaments anymore, and I have a lot of fun running tournaments. I run 1,000-player tournaments as often as I can. We're going to be running even more from Full Attack to help find new members for our esports team, but I'm going to save that for a future announcement video coming very soon. But again, so that's my vote, you guys. I would love to see the return of tournaments to Clash Royale. That, I think, would add a lot of excitement and a lot of fun to the game. But I want to hear what you guys think, because you know that the Clash Royale team is always listening to input. They want to know what the community wants to see, and that is probably why we're seeing this huge expansion in the 2v2 arena. These 2 different game modes coming to Clash Royale involving 2v2. Thanks to you guys and everybody chiming in and asking for this. Here it comes. So you guys are being heard. So continue to send that feedback through your favorite content creators, through social media, directly to the Clash Royale team, on the forums, on Twitter, on Facebook. You know that they are listening, you guys. They are very attentive to what the community does and does not want to see. So now, that being said, I am a little bit bummed out about the change to the Night Witch, because she's been so much fun to watch. And personally, right here, this was my absolute favorite strategy to watch happen with the Night Witch, and that is the use of the Night Witch and the clone spell. Now, Wolf from Full Attack took it a little bit different of an angle than a lot of the rest of us had tried, and that is he's using a mostly air deck, which actually, when you think about it, makes a lot of sense, because the bats are airborne anyway. So he's got the Lava Hound, he's got minions, and then he's got the Witch in there as well, and of course, the clone spell. So we watch as the Lava Hound moves in after that Inferno Tower, the Witch goes down, the Night Witch in behind, she's going to get hit a little bit by the Princess, but again, Wolf waiting for that opportunity. You can see that that wasn't the prime spot, that wasn't the place where he was going to take advantage of the Witch clone. But you know it's coming, and it's going to be absolutely disastrous for his opponent. Now, like I said earlier in this episode, it's not like the Night Witch is going to be useless. She is still going to spawn those bats upon death, just not as many, so you won't see as many bats coming from her while she's alive or when she goes down. So it takes a little bit of the fun out of it, but not all of the fun. She is still going to have some potential to just absolutely decimate towers, and that's what we're waiting to watch right here from Wolf. Again, he is waiting for that opportunity where he's going to get the Lava Hound over there and be able to clone the Hound and the Witch as well. So very patiently, Wolf is waiting probably for double elixir and for the opportunity where he can get this going. Now the minions are going to control the Knight and then turn around and become part of that push. Here comes the Witch in behind the minions, and this, the perfect opportunity, but he misses the Witch. He just missed the Night Witch with a clone spell, but this just goes to show how dangerous the Night Witch can be right now. Even not being cloned, she is just going to help tear these towers apart. Moving in with the Lava Hound, they're on that King's Tower, lots of damage. Inferno Tower trying to control things, but you can see that Wolf has gotten that King's Tower badly damaged, and now we're in the final 45 seconds of this battle. Rather than pushing straight for the 3, he's going to drop the Hound on the right lane this time, pretty much ignoring the Goblin Barrel, not really a factor at this point. You know what's coming. Here comes the Night Witch in behind the Lava Hound. The rocket is going to miss the Night Witch, and the clone spell is early. Double Hound, double Night Witch moving in after the Inferno Tower. The poison spell is going to control things a little bit. The log, that's a pretty common answer, but check it out once again. The death spawn all over the place. Those bats and another Lava Hound. Time counting down, double Lava Hounds on the tower. This opponent knows that he is in a world of hurt. There's no way to stop this. As the time runs out, another clone goes down, and the tower, Wolf picking up the win right as time runs out. And man, I'm going to miss this. I'm going to miss this. So you guys, again, let me know down in the comments what you think about the balance changes and the update. I appreciate your guys' patience. Thank you for sticking around all the way to the end of the video. I am on the West Coast this week, getting ready to go to E3. So please, if you're going to be in LA at E3, come find me and I will hook you up with some Clash Royale or Clash of Clans swag. Your choice. Thank you again. Make sure you subscribe, turn on notifications. You're the hashtag GalaFam. I'm exhausted from traveling all day and a little bit jet lagged, so I hope to see you again tomorrow for more full attacks.